Good afternoon. From the For the CME, this is Chris Robinson with your Traders Exclusive comment for today. First of all, I just want to shout out to anybody who may be down in the Bayou, down in the Texas area. Hopefully everybody's safe and staying out of trouble down there. We have a lot of clients in that part of the world, and we've been touching base with them every day. We'll get through that hopefully sooner rather than later. The storms move down to more towards Louisiana, but we still have a ways to go. The biggest thing I would say about what the storm has meant for producers, really, the biggest impact it's probably going to have is going to be in cotton. It's not something we typically talk about. It can be kind of a dicey market. They call it the Widowmaker trade. We've had some pretty good technical moves, though, off of this storm. If you pull up a chart of Dees cotton, which is new crop cotton, we've had a pretty good fluctuation between 70 cents and 66 cents. Just Thursday, before the report, we went down. It looked like it wasn't going to hurt production, but then obviously when the storm turned, it came back. You've seen that play out in the chart, and you've seen cotton, December cotton, pop back up above 70 cents. That's giving producers a chance. You know, if you were worried about cotton when it was below 67, 66, looking like, if that 66 level was to fail, that opens up the door down to probably 60-cent cotton. So there's a lot of risk out there. However, if you're a producer and you haven't sold enough, I think this is a market where you make sure that you move some bales, especially if you know you have the bales already. If you don't know you have the bales yet, then I think you need to set a hedge on paper. So that's number one. It's probably the biggest impact we'll see, aside from obviously the gasoline market, which has been gyrating with the storm as well. I'm going to pull the car over and we'll talk very quickly about corn and cotton and the U.S. dollar. U.S. dollar, 2.5-year lows. What does that mean? Well, it should be friendly. It should help our exports. The problem is we haven't seen it really show up yet. A couple days ago, there was a big wheat tender, and we didn't get any of it. Russia and the former Soviet Union continue to step in front of us, even though our dollar is at 2.5-year lows and our wheat is at depressed prices. You've got Kansas City wheat at 10-year lows. We haven't seen the demand step in yet. Hopefully that changes as time goes on. Sometimes it can take a while for the market to catch up. So we'll see if wheat producers can look forward to higher prices. Hopefully that's the case. Of course, nobody knows exactly where they're going to go. I would just say this: if you're a producer, make sure you're setting some hedges here. The market is very, very, very oversold. If you happen to be selling physical grain here, make sure you re-own it on paper. For wheat producers, if you've got wheat that is stored, there is good carry in the markets. If you don't know how to capture that carry, you need to talk to your banker or somebody at your elevator and make sure you take advantage of that. But you have to take steps to lock in that carry. Ditto for corn. There's a little bit of a carry in the market for corn month to month, but you need to set the hedge, otherwise you can lose the carry. As far as what's going on with corn, as I sit here, corn is dropping below 345. It's very big support there. If 345 fails, some people think we can drop down to 40 or possibly even 35. New crop corn has dropped 70 cents since the July highs. Market's very oversold. Again, if you're selling grain down here because you have to, not because you want to, make sure that you hold some money back and do a hedge so that if 4 or 5 months from now we're higher, you're not regretting these sales down here. I think that's really about it. There's always plenty to talk about, but we are closing on the last day of the month. Friday's trade should be very big because it's the first day of the month and it's a new start. We will see what happens with money flow. Money flow, the funds continue to be short. Corn, wheat, and beans, they're very short wheat. They continue to sell more. If I'm a producer, I want to make sure that I'm looking at that commitment to traders report every Friday, which tells you which way the big speculative funds are betting. If you're looking for some help, look me up online. This is Chris Robinson. Have a great day.